Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's Super Bowl Sunday. It's the Green Bay Packers taking on the Buffalo Bills.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. The talk, all the hype, but the past is prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. To throw is Peterson. Looking to throw on second down. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Operating from the gun, Peterson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
The Bills send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, here's Smith. Throw right side, Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Smith. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded at about the 28. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A give up the middle to Johnson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on first down, Peterson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Peterson to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Peterson throwing on first down. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Johnson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Peterson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. That one a first down pickup of 8. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
To throw is Peterson. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Here's Peterson off the play fake. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On 2nd down, Ewing. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Wilson on the jet sweep. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Pearson. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
That was simply snap, rock, and fire. I mean, they didn't take long at all. Slant route, and I loved where he put it. He put on the body of the receiver low so that only he can catch it.
Yeah, I don't think there was any magical formula there. Defensively, that's just tough to defend.
Very much so. And that way it allows the receiver to keep his body in front of the defender and not allow him to go through him to knock the ball away.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now a handoff up the middle. Ewing, and able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Smith toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try from 28 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Now Peterson on 1st and 10. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw, Smith. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have a Packers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. Touchdown, Packers. Garrett Wilson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers have moved out in front. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it. And as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Peterson now on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Back to throw. Peterson. And he's going to go down again. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
They'll run on first down. Ewing, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On second down now, Ewing, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Smith. His throw caught at about the 5. And it's a Packers touchdown from 19 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Point after here coming up. It's good to make it 17-7. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off play action, Peterson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The Bills on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Peterson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taking it around the 40. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ewing. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. From the 50, it's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Peterson looking to throw on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Smith now to throw. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, it's Smith. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing again is Smith. And he's got Booker. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Steps away. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this one is right through. And they double him up here. That makes makes our score 20-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break. Peterson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
From the 27, Smith. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Now it's Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Second down at 7. Johnson on the counter, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Back to throw. Peterson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Peterson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Peterson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Operating from the gun. Peterson. He'll find Williams on the slant. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. Then he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. On first down, Smith. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Drake Jackson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a handoff running through the middle. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they work this out past the 25. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Smith. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Now Smith. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Here's Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. On second down, Ewing. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have a Packers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it inside the 35. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll try the air now with Smith. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Smith on 3rd down. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And here come the Bills. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Peterson now throwing on first down. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Peterson firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. This out quickly to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. On first down, Stapleton. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Sliding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Peterson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
That field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead. 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Here's Booker on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Smith. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pearson. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 37. A good pickup there at 22.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. To throw is Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. Smith throwing again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Bills going to take over again on offense. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Peterson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Here's Peterson on 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Peterson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 55 rushing yards, rushing forward to the ball game now on 14 carries.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. And we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Smith. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Operating from the gun, Smith. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. From the gun on third down, Smith. Wilson's got it complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Ewing. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And Smith's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Smith on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pearson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Smith on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And it's a Peck fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bills offense back out onto the field. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Peterson flushed out right. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now Smith from the gun on 3rd down. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They'll run on 1st down. Ewing. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.